I gave my wife a brutal gift instead of flowers at the hospital. Reddit cheating stories. When I walked into that hospital room, the smell of antiseptic hung in the air, mixed with the faint sweetness of flowers placed at every other patient's bedside. But not at hers. My wife looked up at me from the bed, expecting roses, a card, or some heartfelt gesture of love and support after her accident. What she got instead was a neatly wrapped box, small, heavy, and carrying the weight of every secret she thought I'd never uncover. For years, I thought our marriage was strong. We had been together since college, building a life from nothing. I worked long hours, sacrificed nights and weekends, all to give her comfort. She had always been my safe place, the person I thought would never betray me. But behind that warm smile and gentle touch was a storm I didn't see coming. It started with little things, late night texts, sudden, girls' nights, and excuses that didn't quite add up. At first, I brushed it off. I told myself I was paranoid, overworked, maybe even insecure. But deep down, a nagging voice wouldn't let me rest. So I started watching, checking small details. And slowly, the truth revealed itself. My wife was having an affair. Not just a one-time mistake, but a full-blown relationship. The man was someone close, a so-called friend of the family. I had seen enough messages, photos, and hotel receipts to know it wasn't innocent. My heart shattered the night I found a message thread where she gushed about how free she felt with him, while I was at work, breaking my back to pay for the very lifestyle she flaunted. The night of her accident was when everything came together. She had been out late, supposedly at a friend's dinner. In reality, she was meeting him. On her way back, she crashed her car. Nothing life-threatening, but bad enough to land her in the hospital for a few weeks. That was my moment. She thought I'd show up with flowers, kisses, and forgiveness. But I had other plans. The box I handed her wasn't filled with chocolates or a card. It was a printed photo album. Every page contained evidence, screenshots of her texts, pictures of her with him, receipts, even candid shots I had hired a private investigator to get. Every lie she'd told was laid out in black and white, neatly organized for her to flip through while lying in that sterile hospital bed. Her face drained of color as she opened it. Her hands trembled, her eyes darting to mine, searching for mercy, for a chance to explain. But I didn't give her that chance. You wanted honesty. I whispered, my voice steady despite the rage burning inside me. Here it is. This is your gift. Not roses. Not forgiveness. Just the truth. She broke down, sobbing uncontrollably, clutching the album like it was a lifeline. The nurses peeked in, but I waved them off. This was between us. For once, she couldn't spin lies, couldn't escape. She was trapped with the reality she had created. I turned to leave, but before walking out, I placed divorce papers on the side table. Sign them when you're ready, I said. Because when you get out of here, there won't be a home waiting for you. Not with me. Walking away was the hardest thing I've ever done. For 20 years, she had been my everything. But in that moment, I realized something powerful. Love without respect is poison. I had given her everything, and she chose betrayal. So now, I was choosing myself. In the months that followed, life wasn't easy. Friends took sides, whispers followed me everywhere, and loneliness crept in during quiet nights. But slowly, the fog lifted. I started rebuilding, new routines, new goals, even new friendships. The pain lessened, replaced by a strange sense of freedom. The biggest lesson I learned. Forgiveness isn't always about the other person. Sometimes, it's about setting yourself free from the chains of someone else's lies. My brutal gift wasn't meant to destroy her, it was meant to end the facade, to finally put the truth in the spotlight. Looking back, I don't regret it. That hospital room was where I closed one chapter of my life and opened another. And if anyone hearing this story is trapped in a relationship built on lies, I want you to remember, you don't have to stay. You don't have to keep watering dead flowers. Sometimes, the most brutal gift you can give someone who betrays you is the truth, and the strength to walk away.